is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. This program contains mature content and may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to my loyal listeners. We are here this evening on Kenny's Korner, Guardian Radio, fresh news, smart talk all day. And the conversation tonight is going to be about motherhood. It's going to be a real show. You may ask, well, if the show is about motherhood, why is your intro song Under the Sling Thing? Well, in order for us to become mothers, we had to get under the sling thing. So that's why the song was selected. But I went off on a tangent earlier as we started the show, right? I have a 6th grader now, and she's in her 3rd week or 4th week of grade 6. And when I tell you I am absolutely exhausted, do not let the sound of my voice fool you. I feel like I've been in a road race and I'm last. I feel like it is a New Year's morning. I've come from Mass. I am downtown. I'm waiting for all of the other groups to traverse the boulevard. And I'm sitting on the sidewalk waiting for the Saxon Superstars to make their grand appearance. And I don't have any more energy left. I am exhausted. The pickup, the drop off. She has an exam on Friday. She has an exam tomorrow. She has a quiz. She has a project due. She has another project due. The swimsuit was on there on time. Get a different swimsuit. Get a silicone head cap. Get the infrared goggles. If I am going through this, what is she going through? And then you have the teachers. And then teachers have attitudes too. And not all teachers like your children. Let's be real. And then some teachers are bullies. And sometimes it's not even the children, it's the teachers. And then you wonder, like, where's the communication? And then you have your own trauma to deal with as an adult, as a woman, because I have to be mother, lover, friend, sister, auntie, because I have 2 nieces. I have to get my own act together. Motherhood that we've seen in the picture perfect images, the smiles, the matching outfits, the birthday balloons, the polished family portraits. But behind the camera lens, there's another story. A story of sacrifice, exhaustion, joy, guilt, pride, and pain, all wrapped into one title, and that title is Mom. Tonight we strip away the filters and get raw. We're talking about the unspoken truth of being a mother. The moments that absolutely freaking break us. The moment that makes us. The nights we cry in silence and the mornings we rise unaware and in spite of, because little eyes are watching us. This isn't the highlight reel. This is the real. Welcome to a conversation every mother deserves to have, that every person needs to hear. Welcome to the reality of motherhood. And this evening, I have with me a good friend, Mrs. Alexis Hannah. Mrs. Hannah, how are you?
Kenny, I tired.
Oh my God.
Just like you, I'm good, but I am tired.
Lex, I kid you not. The men asked, well, how come you had a all female show, and then why didn't we have a male show? And so now we had a male show, and now we're having a mother show, because there are women that inbox and say, well, why didn't we have a mother show? Because I feel left out. And in my inbox, there are so many moms that have sent questions, and a mom may not even always be someone that has birthed a child naturally, but she may have adopted a child, or she may have inherited, or she's a guardian.
Right.
But there are so many mothers with the same cry, and I used to think that doing it all by myself made me like the superhero, but it makes me freaking tired. And you have the responsibility of shouldering this child. I can't leave an eye anywhere because she's a girl child. You can't even leave boys anywhere.
You can't leave no one nowhere.
It was easier for me when my mom was alive, because I could drop an eye by my parents and I knew that she was safe, right? But now it's like, what do I do now? 6:30 in the evening, she's doing homework with me here in the studio. And as an entrepreneur, I don't have the luxury of a regular 9 to 5 making a good salary despite these degrees. Like, I tap out, bro, and the struggle doesn't end.
No.
And every hunt is for another job, because I work to work again. But Lexus, you have like 22 kids.
Y'all, Kenny love to run out. She loves to run out.
Lex,
I have 4 children.
how do you
Every
manage?
time I hear from her, the number has jumped again.
Lex, how do you manage?
Do I?
Are you?
Do I? Am
Are
I
we?
managing? I could tell you, it ain't for the weak.
It isn't.
It's not for the weak. And the situation, it's relative for everyone, right? So you have one, so you know what it is to manage the one child, and know what the hardship is with that. And a friend and I were just talking about how, your capacity expands. It has to.
But
people
how
say,
much
how do you
more?
do it? You just do it. What else you was gonna do? Firstly, Kenny, what else you was gonna do?
But Lex, everybody's dynamic is different. So you have, don't you have help?
I have a husband.
I
don't have outside of him and our little family unit, which is in my home, and then his mother-in-law and sometimes my sister-in-law. It is anything else is paid. Anything else is hired help.
Lexus,
And
I
when
tap out.
you tap out. So when you have 4 children in private school with a mortgage and a dog, and
The dog live inside?
the dog live inside, so
Great God.
that's another child.
That's a child.
So when you have all of these different things going on, tap out ain't even the word.
And then how many girls do you have?
I have one girl.
So you only have to go to the barber shop for y'all 3. For you?
Well, right, and then luckily
And then
he comes to the house for everyone, right? So
Okay.
that's a gift. But yeah, honey, I gotta fix.
Well,
Right?
I can't plait. So, and I got to go to the hairdresser.
Well, I can't plait. I mean, I could fix hair, but she don't even allow me to. So yeah, she still got to go to the salon as well.
How old is your baby?
She's 7. She's 7 years old, and she is the girliest little girl, but also the most tug life little girl as well, because she is in the middle of
the boys.
3 boys. Yep.
She better get it together, because I mean that's what it is. Chris, do we have a caller on the line already? Good evening, caller. You're on.
Kenny,
Hi.
Goldie Davis is talking always along with you. I have a little problem I can't get reconciled around here, Spence Street off Mason Sedition. I've been trying to call the police from that time, and they always promise me they come in, but they don't seem to come and reconcile the situation, man.
What's the
situation?
problem?
The problem is this guy put some garbage right to my back door on the sand coming in, right?
Right.
And I try to get the police to have him to move it, but the police them driving me. They always turning me around, man.
Give the information to Chris.
Say it
and
again?
Give the information to Chris, and we will try to solve that for you. Okay?
Okay, just this guy You might know him too. He used to be around here. People say he's crazy, but he ain't crazy. He's playing crazy. He just dried the garbage, bring the garbage from other people's place, and put it, in front of my back door.
Okay,
And
just give.
sand coming in through my back door, and I needed to be moved.
Okay, just give the information to Chris, and we will work on that for you. I promise you. We will get that sorted out for you. I promise we will take care of that, Bremen. We will get that sorted out. When you say to other mothers, "Listen, I'm exhausted," do you get a weird look?
No, I don't get a weird look. Why? You get a weird look, Kenny.
I mean, I don't know if you're looking at me weird because I don't know. I don't know. I just get the feeling in some instances based on some of these comments and questions that have come into my inbox that women judge each other in general.
No,
right?
we do. We're very judgy.
We're very, very judgy, but we all want the same things, but we're very, very judgy. And it's very weird. But what my question ultimately is like, do you think that everybody is going through something, but as a mother and as a woman, do you think that other women say, well, why can't you handle it? Our mothers handle it. Why can't you do it?
I don't know if any woman who is parenting a child in this day and age could fix them out to say that.
It's rough.
I've never experienced that. I mean, yes, our mothers handled it, but our mothers handled a lot of stuff. Let's be all the way real about it.
They did. And a lot of things they didn't tell us.
Exactly. So we saw them as these super women, these superheroes, but they didn't tell all. They tell some.
Did you bring any wine for anybody else in this room?
Because I didn't know what the vibes were, but I can tell you I needed wine.
We had where is this? Kenny's Korner.
Yeah,
There's always
There's always room for wine.
The vibe.
We have a caller on the line. Krista, we have a caller? So we are happy to have you here with us.
I'm happy to be here.
I love your TikToks. I mean, it's just, you're right in the business right now. Krista, we have a caller? Good evening, caller. You're on.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Right on reach. I just have to go quick.
Yes.
Tell Raymond was doing this problem now for a while. He needs to hook up with the urban renewal in Centerville, because he's in the Centerville constituency. They have an active urban renewal office. He needs to go up there and let the people bring him down in the police car and let him. But he can't show them because, me and him in the same condition.
Yes, I do.
But
yes.
he needs to go to the urban renewal and let them deal with that, man.
Yes.
Almost every day he has this problem with these same people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
But that's that for that. But let me say something about mothers.
Go right ahead.
However you all take my mother, that's your business. That's my mother, and I love her to death. She's dead now, but I loved her until her last breath.
Yes.
My mother had 9 children.
Wow.
9. My mother was never married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my mother's last child. I'm 57.
Yes, sir.
I've never saw my mother with a man.
Right.
And the strangest thing about my sister, those always laughed at me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why, Mommy? Bedroom door is the only bedroom. Oh, bedroom with a back door.
Right.
But I never seen no man come to my mother yet. But my mommy bedroom had a back door. And as I get older, then I put it together. I say, okay.
Now you get it.
She's a smart woman.
Now
you get it.
Yeah. But Kenny, let me tell you this.
Yes.
My mother used to cook corned beef soup.
What?
That's how watery the corned beef used to be.
Why it used to be watery?
With cabbage and carrots and potato in it.
Yes, sir.
And let me tell you something.
Tell me.
My mommy had 7 of us living together with her. She made 8.
Yes.
In one house on Moore Avenue.
Yes, sir.
And then my mother then take up our food. Everybody full.
Mm-hmm.
You get your corned beef and rice. You get your thing a Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
And we eat corned beef for that in the morning with grits. The same one tin of corned beef.
Mm-hmm.
The corned beef ain't get no bigger.
Right.
The can ain't never get no bigger.
No.
The sardines still only get 4 sardines in it.
Yes, absolutely.
And these people come. I have a son here. My son will eat a whole can of tuna and a whole thing of mackerel. What did they name the macaroni thing?
I know what you
Myself?
mean.
Craft
Yes.
dinner.
Craft.
Craft dinner?
Yes.
Man, 7 of us had to share that.
By themselves, they
I-
eat the whole thing.
I understand. I
You hear what I
understand.
say?
I understand. I
Man,
understand.
but listen to me, man. The mothers today, I salute a lot of them. But brother, I'm a man.
Yes.
And I'm a 100% alpha male man. But we have some lousy fellas out here, man. You know, I'm going through it. I am so tempted to call his name.
No,
I'm
don't
going
do
through a thing now with my daughter. And I don't even call him now her daughter daddy.
Yes.
I can't call him nothing else other than that right now.
Yeah. I
You know,
understand.
it is so sickening, man, these days. But these young people, they fall in love. They see the boy get a little red color and get one little pretty under. They in love.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
You're right.
they in love for the wrong thing, man. I tell them, man, if that's the case, I let me buy one under.
And call it a day.
And that's it.
Exactly.
Come on, man. But you women, I salute you all, man. And
Thank
again,
you.
I know you're going to handle it. I know you can take it on. So as soon as my ride come, I gone. But until then, I can listen to you.
All right, I appreciate
Okay?
you. And please,
Continue listening. Okay.
please pray for us, eh?
Every Tuesday night and every Sunday.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you.
That lady, Kendenique.
Yes, sir?
That lady with the T-shirt.
Yes.
I need her to. I need to leave a number with Chris, so you could get her to give her, man. Because me and I was having some contacts, and then my phone got misplaced with a number in it.
Okay, I'll give.
I have some work for her.
Okay, leave it with Chris for me. Don't
Yes,
hang up.
ma'am.
Give it to
I
Chris.
will. Okay, hold on.
Chris. Okay, Chris will get it from you. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Okay, so you came into the studio. You didn't bring any wine for anybody else. Your
First of
face
all-
nicely made up.
first of all,
Yeah, let me hear it. Go ahead.
Protocol was not established, so I wasn't sure if you guys were interested.
I'm always
I have
interested
a
in-
bottle that I was sipping off of that you guys could also enjoy for my car. Can we send someone to get it?
Who would we send in the dark?
It won't be me.
No. So
What about the guy downstairs? I could give him my key.
No, we'll get it after the show.
No problem.
Immediately after.
Immediately, because honey, the schoolwork is schooling, and I am tapped out.
You're telling me, sis.
This show was very timely. So this is a question we had 48 questions in my inbox.
Oh, Lord.
From the flyer. One question that stood out was, do you ever feel guilty for not enjoying every moment like people say you should?
I'll answer first.
Go ahead.
Absolutely not. I never feel guilty because when I'm in the trenches every single day, I'm in the trenches experiencing it 100%. So when I'm having fun and having a time and it's me time, I'm going to enjoy that 100%. Now, I will say, maybe with my first, I wouldn't even say with my, to be honest, I believe in doing things 100%. So if I'm in mother mode, you can ask Alexis, I'm doing it 100%. I'm cooking the meals, I'm packing the bags, I'm bathing the kids 100%. When I out in the streets and having myself a time,
We in these streets.
I in these streets 100%. And I feel like I deserve it because, of course, balance. Men don't feel guilty as
They don't feel
fathers
guilty,
when
sweetie. They don't feel guilty.
Whether they're single dads, whether they're married, when they're in the streets, they having a time. So why must we feel
And
guilty?
I agree, because can I tell you, like my going out times are few and far between. Like if they have an old school reggae night, I am there, honey. If they are having, John Canoe idea, like someone go mind her, because I go into John
figure
Canoe.
it out.
Y'all can figure that out, because I go in to deal with the parade, right? That is my time.
That's you.
That's what I need that, right? And then like this week Saturday they have the Paradise Place. I going outside, okay?
All the way
You could
out.
be out in the streets.
I going outside. I can get my face too and put on my body
Look
glitter,
good.
and I going
Yeah.
outside. And I sure can I where and I home?
Why?
Why shouldn't I be here with me?
Why would that
And
make
they
no
like
sense?
to ask where your children. Well,
Where
they ain't in my
yours?
back pocket.
In my pocket.
They ain't in the car, so they home.
She in the car sleeping.
But you know what it is? We could say that, right? But same lady over here who we just was cracking big joking the other day, but how she just pull off from dropping the baby off, and she done call, and she even pull off from the yard. Good, yeah. Hey, how you doing? Everything good? Oh yeah, what's happening with y'all? And then what was it that I was hearing you say the other day about how and I left you and gone out with a little friend, and he was like, well, what happened?
And I didn't even spin back around.
So
Not
y'all
even to
is
say
lies.
bye.
Y'all is lies, and the truth is not in you.
She even ain't spin around.
Is
My
what I
feelings
trying to
was
say.
hurt, girl. My
The
feelings
two
was
of
hurt.
y'all.
I don't. It's not guilt, For me, I
just
feel
want to be
like
up under them.
no. Maybe, but what I'm trying to say is, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
I believe, I thoroughly believe in enjoying my time, but I also don't like to be outside. I may talk a good game,
She's
Kenny,
talk a good game.
but 11 o'clock, when the clock strike, I have to be home. I have to be with my family, because that's the kind
Ain't
of
nobody even calling up me. I trying to see if I could turn my phone off so nobody call me to try track me. I don't need them to be clocking my location trying to figure out where it's, because I out.
I am out.
I out.
I out until 11.
Meanwhile, she checking
I
the
out
phone. Oh,
until
let me
11.
see if my husband call me. Anybody need me? That time you
Nobody
said,
need you to go outside.
You out.
I outside until 11 p.m. I
Good
can't let
Lord.
the clock strike 12 and I outside, because the shoes could disappear and the carriage and all them things. I have to go home.
You could turn my
Girl.
you could
I
turn
can
into
turn
a pumpkin.
into a pumpkin. I have to go home.
This is another question. Have you ever felt resentment towards your partner, family, or even your kids for the weight of sorry, I'm reading this incorrectly, because keep in mind now, just how people speak, they send me their message. Have you ever felt resentment towards your partner, family, or even your kids for the weight motherhood places on you?
Of course. That's the immediately yes. Most definitely.
But what kind of resentment is it? To the resentment to the point where, like, listen, y'all need to come from around me.
So it's a few different things. I think, let's say, I remember the first time that I felt this way, right? So this would have been, I guess, postpartum. And, you home, you with the baby all day. It's just you're all locked in.
I could tell.
And, it's like, okay, when you reach home, I get it. Like, you next up. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, oh, no, I need a moment to unwind and all these different things. And I'm like, I get that, because you're a human being, but where's my moment to unwind?
Exactly.
And all of this? Where's the buffer period in between? So, of course there's resentment that comes. It creeps in. A lot of it comes from, and I'll always say this for everything, a lack of communication in terms of, your relationship with whoever the next person is that has charge of these children with you.
Communication has to be key.
So, yeah, the communication has to be clear, but there's always resentment that comes in. And I think it's just about, being able to shift and reframe in certain things. I told a story in my stories earlier today about how, I was going in the schoolyard and I was mad because, number one, I can't believe I had to go to work, then had to do all this to get them out of the door. The things that we used to have to do before we even sit down on somebody's job at 9 o'clock.
Yes,
right?
I do.
So firstly, you don't just feel resentment towards your family and your husband and the children, but you feel resentment towards everybody.
Because I'm telling you.
When I pull up to my job at 9 o'clock and I'm like, I done lived so many lives before I reach here, and meanwhile you strolling in at whatever hour, and it's literally you just gone to go pick up a coffee from Starbucks, but I done had all this to do in the morning, and I trying to judge, nobody, because everyone have their own things. But yeah, I know that I done put in a lot more work before I walk in the store in the morning.
So don't come here with your crap.
So that's how you feel, right? But you have to be empathetic or sympathetic.
Yeah, but my empathy is worn out.
Right.
Same, sis.
So my empathy is worn out.
Yes,
honestly.
you feel resentment towards everybody. Anybody could get it. It don't matter. It could be the children, because it's like, yeah, y'all have me in this position, but they asked for that, remember? So.
But by you saying everybody could get it, and I don't know if this is like grief or part of trauma, but since I've always been a very vocal person, I think that I overshare, and I think that I'm a very bad body language interpreter. You will know how I feel about you from my body language and the look on my face. And so when it comes up to that portion of it, right? the resentment of it, and the trauma, it makes you feel some type of way.
It'll make you feel a type of way. It would. And yet again, that's where the communication comes in, right? Because instead of talking about it and vocalizing it, sometimes you sitting there, you being passive aggressive, you doing all these different things instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I feel this way. Let's talk about it. But no, I sitting there, the people walking the door, you cutting your eye and sucking your teeth and doing all kind of things because you mad because I've been here in the house with these children all day. You know,
But it's
that type
annoying.
Of way.
And can we be honest? Children are annoying.
They are. Children
we have
are
this conversation
annoying.
all the time.
Partners are annoying. They all annoying.
They are annoying.
Especially when you are overwhelmed. And as mothers,
that's the thing
I
I
feel
think we don't
like
talk
for
about
me,
enough.
like all these children,
But how many children you have?
I have 4 in total. So
Okay.
3 that live with me and my stepdaughter. So 3 that live with me every single day.
And a husband.
And a husband. So after the full day of being overstimulated, and I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I'm a working mother that works from home. There's a big difference.
But
Works from home. Works from home with a 1-year-old.
With a 1-year-old.
But do you know that we do more working from home than we
Hello?
do out in the field?
Hello, somebody. I
Because
can tell you.
You have to multitask. You have to put the clothes in the washer, take them out the washer, dry them, and then because I fold and dry and put up the same time.
We
'Cause
just
I
had this
can't have no
conversation.
clothes lingering around.
You're a good woman.
I
You're
want the dishes.
Savannah.
I want the dishes washed and put away. I don't want no dishes in my sink. My
Just
mom
hanging
treats
out.
like
Me,
that.
same. And then when my son come home at 3:15, Mommy, where's the food? Where's the hot meal? What you cook today?
What
my
you do
son
today?
at 5 here. What you cook today?
Yeah.
I just come off a 4-hour meeting trying to save the world, and you ask me what I cook?
Boy,
So-
try it, go.
Hello. So I just feel like it. I think for me, honestly, I think working from the home makes it a lot more difficult
It
because I feel
does.
like if we both were leaving the house and both were in an office or whatever, it would make the perspective a little bit different.
That's how you feel?
So that's how I feel because I could be wrong, but I could tell you. My husband, in his mind, believed that I at home watching Netflix.
All she doing, she's scrolling on
Kikiing
TikTok
with-
and kikiing because she is
All
calling
day.
me all day while I on my 9 to
But
5.
I'm doing
But
that,
she's
but
still
I'm
working.
also saving the universe at
saving
the
the
same
universe,
time
bro.
with a 1-year-old child on my shoulder. So,
But do you know, Friday nights I just want to take an Ambien and go
And sleep through
to
the
my
weekend,
bed.
really.
Because the grief still has me in a bit
the
of a
clutches,
chokehold, right? So my sleep doesn't come. So I'll go to sleep or I'll doze off like 12. By 2 o'clock I up. I have to be up for 5:45 because we live west and I got to get her to school. The first bell ring 8:15. Then you got to deal with the teachers. You got to deal with the parents. You got to deal with this. You got to deal with that. And nobody gives you a break.
No
and you have
one.
to be on all the time.
all the time.
You have to be on all the time.
And then after all that, you getting tap on your shoulder at 1 a.m.
You better turn over.
Performance time. baby.
I say high performance bass
I
street.
can't. I can give you Shirley Street at best.
Wow, honey.
I got best.
Honey, I giving you Russell Square every time this
Every
performance
time.
shut down.
That's your problem.
I can't.
I-
That's the problem.
I
But that's
said
why you can't
performance.
sleep because you performance. Maybe I can give you Shirley Street, but I can't give you Bay Street.
And you know, once
after
you
the
see the
day I
tree
had.
shaking on Shirley Street, you know that performance is.
It's too much. It's really too
It is.
much.
And listen,
I
that
don't
top,
think.
that top is be top.
And it is let me tell you, for my good husband, he'll tap twice if you don't feel it. Okay, because maybe it's time to wake up. And I'm like, sir, I'm trying.
Time
my
for
best.
subtlety is over.
Subtlety has gone out of the window.
You can't play that anymore. Gone are the days where you could just stay still and hope.
And hope springs eternal.
Listen.
But listen, being a
too
mom,
much.
being a woman is so much. And then you have
It's
to
a
deal with
lot.
catty women. You want the best for your 4.
Mm-hmm.
You want the best for your 4. I want the best for my 1. But you will literally pluck my eye out of my head. I was
That's
on a
them.
call the other day, right?
That's
We
them.
were all vying for a job. And I said to myself, I know, I shouldn't say I know that I'm not going to get it, right? But what is the likelihood of me getting it? Because you have every contract in Nassau locked right down. So, like, what is the possibility that I'll really get it? But you then you say to me, oh, I want to hire you to do something. I give you my price. When I give you my price, you know what you say to me? Oh, that's too high, man. You don't play with me.
Because you're paying the same price for everyone else.
Don't play with me, okay? Why my child can't go to Life Key school too? Why I can't have the same thing? But women, it's women who hold the power, and the women are unrelenting when it comes to being mean. It's like a mean girl society out here. One more question. I just want I have to ask
Let's get
this.
through them.
What was one secret? Oh Lord, I wish my texters. What's one secret you've kept about your struggles as a mom? And because being honest about your struggle as a mom is a weird thing nowadays.
Yeah.
I think it used to be, right? And I think because I overshare, the grief thing used to be a thing now. But now as I look, more people are speaking about the grief.
Of course.
Like it's like, Kenny, you said this, and listen, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. I'm getting married in a few months, right? And the mere fact that I know that my mom is not going to be there, I feel some type of way, but I'm saying to myself, I have to get through this so that I could walk down that aisle. I have to get through this because I got a woman up. But that you don't get past your trauma.
Nope.
But we talking about the trauma that we would face. What about our children? Our children are transitioning into different stages of their lives as well. My daughter's 11. She's going into big school next year.
Yep.
But does she get everything that she needs? She peer pressure and this and that, and do they get it?
Yeah. So I think for me, when you talk about one thing that I guess struggle with, one secret, which, I mean, if anybody knows me, ain't no secret. There's mom rage. I will go into a fit. I could talk a little bit here and there, and I could be very, like this one always saying, it's always gentle parenting and all this.
Gentle parent for gentle kids.
And with these and gentle baby cakes.
And then it gets to a point where it turns into a fit. You could throw a tantrum, I could throw a bigger one. So, I mean, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing, right? So that is one thing that I would say that I struggle with. I try my hardest to kind of, after I come back down from this tantrum, be like, oh, Lord, let me see how I could try and deflect this situation, because I got to walk back out. You see the meme where the woman is come back and be like, hi. Like, I coming back out to my family like, I just blow up on the whole house, and I got to come back out. But you caused
it. Y'all caused me to blow up on
But see, that's the resentment part there again, because it ain't necessarily that. It's sometimes it's literally just them being children. But because of the overwhelm, because of the stress from, all the outside stresses and whatnot.
But I tired saying the same thing.
I tired saying the same thing too, but it's me being touched out. Like before I came here, 5 o'clock, I still working. I'm on a call, trying to talk to my boss, trying to talk to one of the external stakeholders. In my big girl job, trying to manage different things. And the little boy is in the background at the top of his lungs with the driest face, screaming.
For what?
Screaming. Nothing, because I on the phone. He said, Mommy, you promised me I could use your phone when you get home. I said, yeah, but I still on the clock. Like, so he's there at the top of his lungs screaming, and I'm trying to still be professional on the phone over here, still try and manage the situation at the same time. I go in the bathroom and lock in the door so I could quickly wrap up the call and come back out here and then cuss the whole house out, right?
But do you know that I hide in the car?
I went in the car for about 30 minutes to finish up a call. I do that on a regular basis.
And I eat my fries, and I'm not sharing my fries because I sit in the car and I eat my fries. I'm not sharing my fries because you always putting your finger in my food.
I would sit in the car, and then now I realize I have to sit like around the back or the side of the house, because when I pull up, they hear me and they at the window like this, looking and trying to open the window and knocking. Mommy, you coming inside?
Yeah. No, I ain't coming inside.
So that's one thing that I would say is a big thing for me, like blowing up on them all the time. And then, there's I guess it's from being overstimulated and overwhelmed a lot. I think a lack of presence when I'm actually with them. That's one thing that I would say that I regret, and I'm always trying to work on.
Do you there's another question, and I'll ask you this one. Do you feel like you had to mother yourself before you could mother your child?
I do. And I think, when I first became a mom, I was young. So I was learning how to deal with her. I was learning how to be an adult. I was learning how to be a mother. So it was definitely a lot of mothering myself. And even now, years later, I still think it's a learning process. I think motherhood is a daily learning. Understanding that even though I was brought up a certain way, my parents had their way of doing things. My mother had a way of doing things. That's not what I want to do. I want to be different from that. Yes, there's some things I'll take from it, but there are some things that I want to do different or better. And so I do think it's a daily learning process. And like my kids are in different stages. I have a 14-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old in the trenches. And especially with my 14-year-old, learning to mother in a way where she's still open with me and transparent. And she is one of my little friends, someone that could talk to me and feel comfortable enough with me is a lot different from what I'm going to do with my 5-year-old, who I want to take out every single day because he's challenging me.
Yeah, not on a date.
Exactly, and not on a date. So I definitely think it's a daily mothering, learning experience.
And you have to learn your children differently. Like, of course, I only have one, right? And I think with girls, it's different. I think there comes the attitude and the hormones and the everything else. And there's some days where I have to be 100% honest. There's some days that I think that I am a complete failure as a mother.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
I get up in the morning. Did you make your bed?
They don't remember none.
Oh, I go right back.
Every single day.
Did you tidy up the bathroom?
No.
Did you wash out your cup?
Can I tell you, at 14, you could still be asking them same questions.
We just told her this
Girl,
on
don't
the
do it.
weekend.
I
You're gonna
might
be
as well
asking
tell
the
you
same
at
question.
14, and for me, I just can't understand, right?
Don't you get tired of me
If
talking?
last week I row you, the week before I row you, why am I rowing you about the same thing today?
But don't you
Girl,
get
you can
tired?
give me all the updates on life, on everybody in school, everything that's trending, but you can't remember to do the basic things in your life. Like, where's the disconnect?
The disconnect
What is going
is
on?
that
I don't get it.
where they're at developmentally. You just finished saying all the hormones and all the different things, and she always just be rolling her eyes at me and doing all the heavy breathing and and hawing because I could always come to her from the child development side of things because that's something that I study. Like I in it with that. I need to know. I mean, but the thing is, right? You hone every other craft. You have 40,000 masters, right, Kenny?
Yeah, and no job.
Yeah, but guess what? Hold on.
I can't.
You don't got no masters in early childhood development or parenting or none of that. But you deep in this game with that. You have a big job with that.
That's a big job.
So what I'm saying is I think as a part of just mothering, as a part of your just personal development and curriculum as a mother, a parent, or any sort of caregiver, anyone who has charge of someone else, I think it's important to learn where they are developmentally to know how to move. In the same way that teachers have to do that to know how to speak to children at a certain level and what
Some of
to
these teachers
expect.
tap out too. Some of these teachers is really just doing this job just to do the job.
Well,
They don't. Some of them don't care.
But that's in every field, though, Kenny.
Yeah, but I don't think you should be in the teaching profession knowing you tap out. I don't think that you should be in the teaching profession saying little weird things to children. I think as a teacher, there has to be some level of professionalism. I taught at
And
LW.
filter, and filter,
And you have to be. There has to be a filter.
No, there has to be.
If I am the parent, even though and I don't think it should be a differentiation with the government and private schools. I taught English language and literature at LW Young. If the parent comes to me and has a conversation, how dare I say to the child, I don't know why your mother come here today.
No, that don't come before,
That don't come before the
child.
child. That don't come before the child. But these teachers today, they say the weirdest things to children.
They do,
And so then
and I've heard it.
And when the parent reacts a particular type of way, you wonder why. But some of these teachers are bullies too.
The bullies,
Yeah.
but a lot of adults right
lot of
now
adults on
are
the
bullies
whole are
because
bullies.
they don't, honestly, and the way a lot of persons have been raised, millennials in particularly,
They don't have no.
we were bullied from our parents.
Right, so when we talk
not
about-
me personally, but I'm just saying our generation
On the whole.
we were bullied by our parents. So we don't know anything different when it comes to becoming parents or becoming decent adults. And so it takes a very in tune person to realize that, okay, what I doing don't make sense. I was wrong. And I apologize to my children all the time.
I
'cause
apologize
There's
to them.
times when I know, okay, you taking it too far, girl. Like,
But some of y'all really shouldn't be in the teaching profession.
Yeah,
And as a parent, I read the other day too, like when you you should apologize to the child as well. And sometimes you have
because
to
that's
come
teaching
down
them
to the
to do
child's
that.
level and say, honey,
Sorry.
baby, I apologize, because we are not always right. But I think that sometimes, right? Like I always go back to the same thing. My mom was the eldest of all of her siblings. And my mom said by the time she had become a mother to myself and my brother, she was tired of being a mother.
Correct.
She was tired. But mommy, that didn't mean mommy didn't raise me, because mommy
Right.
raised a beast, right?
Yeah.
But you get tired as a mother. You carry the weight of the world, because you're not only mothering, you have a tendency to miss so many things.
And we say that because that's you thinking from the aspect of being a failed parent
Yes,
again, right?
yes.
We miss so many things.
And you do have
But think about all of the things that you did not miss.
right, and you do have some parents out there that think, well, my child is perfect, and we have the most perfectly manicured this, and my
Ain't gonna
child
ever
is
be
that,
that.
and honey, and what you think people don't know, people do know.
Exactly.
Your son ain't perfect. We know that he had a DUI. We know that he got shipped back here for a reason. We know that your daughter is a total disaster. But that's just it. That's children are going to be children.
And I think that's the thing that we don't think of. Yes, they are children. They're still learning. They're still growing up until whatever age the doggone with the thing name, up until after age 25, the hippocampus or whatever is still not completely developed.
It's still.
So, you have to give them grace, and you have to give yourself grace. So when you talk about,
Right.
all the ways that you failed, think about all the wins.
I got to count them one by one. This is another question. And I guess maybe you and I could answer this. I don't know if it's happened. But
At a very young age, if you're talking about loss.
yeah, this is here. How do you balance healing yourself while raising your kids? Because you had a double, your parents died within
2 weeks. So yesterday would have been the second anniversary of Daddy's passing, and then 2 weeks before that for Mommy.
But Lexus, how you still? This is weird, but how are you still sane?
I realized, and someone asked me this on Sunday, because I spoke at the candlelight vigil for the Alzheimer's, for World Alzheimer's Month, and they asked me, people in the audience, and they crying and bawling, and they're asking me, how are you standing here and reading this? Like, how are you doing this without, and still could, have a smile on your face and whatnot? And I realized that I have to take myself out of the equation. Like, if I'm reading it, I wrote it, yes, but I'm reading it like in the third person. I'm not even thinking about it as myself. I'm reading it as though it's someone else's story. Because if I were to really place myself in those shoes and be fully present in it, I mean, I'd be walking the streets and counting lamp too. That's just the reality of it.
Awesome.
I think also for me, and this one always to tell me, yeah, you ain't never take no time to grieve. But how do you do it? When you say take time to grieve, how do you do it?
Well.
You don't.
You don't. But what I did do over the last few months is I've learned to let a lot of things go. I've learned to understand that it's okay that there's a duality in life, like in life that there's death, and there, no matter what, joy and pain and sadness, they coexist. So what are you going to do? Yes, there's going to be sadness. Yes, there's going to be all this. Are you going to dwell on that, or are you going to try and focus on the joy in things? And that right there has helped me to be a mother who is mothering from a place of joy, mothering from a place of love. And I could tell you that it changed, because I've been in survival mode for however many years, and trying to parent while coming from that place ain't no joke.
I don't think, just like Mrs. Thomas would have just said, did you ever really take time to grieve? I don't.
Absolutely not.
I purposely didn't.
No, I mean, I had to. So for a while, in order for me to be able to move on and do whatever, and just like while being in that mode of being a caregiver, you can't stop to be like, oh, woe is me, or try. No, you still got to do. And you still got to do for your children. What I said to someone in another speech was, no matter what, like, one thing that people don't tell you about grief is that motherhood trumps grief. It trumps everything. So you see all those memes and those reels with the moms breaking down and crying and the child still coming to them to open a snack or whatever. That's real life. That's on a daily basis
That's a
in my
daily basis.
household. That just happened. I was on the call and the two children come to me to ask me to cut open their Laffy Taffy while I trying to talk business on the phone. Like, they don't care.
Nobody
but
cares.
guess what? It ain't their job to care either. So you got to figure out how you're going to come out on the other end of it to still take care of the people who God has given you charge of.
Exactly. And I think for me, right, I never got an opportunity to grieve. And I didn't have the chance to because mommy left that day. And that very next day, I had to take a night
You was
to
on the
Bascom
plane.
Palmer. I
Right.
had to leave to take a night to get her eyes tested. And so from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock the next morning, my eyes were wide open. I came back and I dealt with funeral arrangements with Daddy and Donovan. And can I tell you, when you're raising a child after you would have had grief, your family dynamic has changed. Your family is never the same. And you made a comment like, after certain things happen, you're never the same, and anybody could get it. But could I tell you, I've always been, I guess, mouthy, some people call it. But I just refuse to take any nonsense. Like, I am not taking your foolishness. Like, who are you talking to? Like, my
Life is too short.
ma done gone to glory, and anybody can get it.
That's literally it. Like, it don't matter no more.
Because mommy used to save some of y'all, to be quite honest.
Exactly.
But I just think that as a mother, oh man, the conversation can go on forever and ever and a day, but as a mother, it is a lot. And people do not understand what it really is. And we take for granted a lot of times that, hey, we could do this and we can be all right. But it's a lot. It's a lot. If there was one thing that you could say to other mothers about the real deal of motherhood, what would it be?
Honestly, for me, and then this is my motto in life, I know, like, this, the situation is fluid. Once you remember that, and then, like, no joke, the situation is fluid. It don't matter. Like, you could be sitting here, and then you could get a call right now and say, okay, yeah, the child just swallowed something, we got to run to the hospital. Oh, well, it's time to get up and move and just do. You can't be rigid in anything is what I'm saying.
You can't be.
You have to be adaptable, you have to be flexible, and you have to be able to bend to whatever the situation calls for, because the situation in motherhood, like life, is fluid. I think that's my one takeaway from it.
This is a text from my text line. I'm sorry, my texters, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Crime needs to be, okay. Great show today. You are all great women who are involved with your family. Your emotions are normal. It is the way God made you all. You all still answer your husband call 1 and 2 a.m. in the morning. Keep God first in your life and continue to support your husbands. You and your children will be blessed for it. Well done. This is the next text. Are those teachers bullies, or are they traumatized from young and underdeveloped adults?
That's it right
You just
there.
said that, Thomas.
That's it right
You just
there.
said that. This is the next text that has just come in. And this text reads, okay, Kenny, what is the hardest sacrifice? What is the hardest sacrifice you've had to make as a mom? I know that you don't know who this is, but I do remember you having lost triplets, being divorced, and now you have one girl child. Is it harder to deal with the divorce or the loss of your mother as a woman? You often say that your mother raised you rough, but does that make you raise your daughter rough?
That's actually, I was going to ask you that too.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I try. Okay, I try not to be rough as my mom was. My mother was a girl from Milton Street, and mommy came up rough. She didn't have all of the luxuries. She met daddy. They got married. The luxuries. Daddy had the luxuries. Mommy didn't. My mother had to survive. And I always say that my mother loves family, but the family didn't always love my mother back. And I saw that when my mother passed. I try to raise Anai with love, and I try to give her things that I didn't have. And it isn't even material things, because I had everything. Went to private school, horseback riding lessons, vacations. I didn't have a need for anything as a child. But I always thought that my mom would be like the moms on Leave It to Beaver and stuff like that. Like, I wanted that type of mother. But mommy wasn't soft. Mommy was hard, and mommy was like, get up. Get up in here on Saturday morning. You won't watch the Flintstones, but you can clean. You could go out you won't come back from school and you could go out, but Sunday morning we can be in church. I don't care what you're doing. Mommy didn't play no games. And one thing with my mom, you can know what she thinking. Either she like you or you don't. It's either or. I try to raise Anai with love. To answer the rest of the question, I don't know. I don't know that I have healed. I haven't. I don't know how to answer that question, but I will tell you, I do the best that I can every day. I get up every morning and I try. I teach Anai that prayer is very important. But I don't know if I'm raising her the same way that my mother raised me, but I raise Anai to be rough still, because she's an only child. She doesn't have any siblings. I don't have any sisters. I have a brother. And if something should happen to me, then what happens to Anai? She has to know that this is a big, mean, nasty world out here, and people will take advantage of you. And Anai has a soft heart, and she teaches tell her, oh, she talks all the time. So what? I talk a lot too.
Exactly.
But I think I raise Anai hard to a certain degree. Now, I will tear that tail up, and I will box her up. But I guess I do raise her hard, but not as hard as my mother raised me. Like my mother raised me, my mommy, she raised a beast. And that is the truth of the matter. So, Texter, I hope I answered that question. But I don't know. There's no manual, and I try to do the best that I can. That is as best as I could say. But there's still trauma. I still go to the graveyard, and they always have the graveyard locked, so when it open, I go in. This next, I hope I answered your question as best as I could. This next text reads, how do you handle the mental load, the endless list, tasks, and possibilities? How do you handle the mental load, the endless list, tasks, and responsibilities no one sees? Any one of y'all could take that question. Because I don't.
You don't. For me, every single morning I wake up, I pray and I ask God to give me whatever I need to manage the children in my household and not to crash out. That's my prayer every single morning, honestly.
But I crash out every morning.
But before I crash out, I pray, God, give me what I need to deal with each child individually, because they all need something different. And help me not to crash out. That is my prayer. And some days it works, some days it don't. And my to-do list is never ending. It's like a constant journey. My to-do list, every single day there's more and more and more, and things aren't getting checked off.
No, it's just more getting added.
I'm okay with that, because I know I could only do so much. I do the best I can every single day. I put my priorities there. If I get to do one thing and
then
I do that one thing well, pat on my back. But one thing I ain't doing is stressing myself out anymore about not being able to do it all. Because it's only so much I could do.
Do you compare yourself to other mothers?
Absolutely not. I used to. I think I'm in the point right now in motherhood where, and I don't know if it's the third child syndrome, but I really could care less. Like, I know what I need to do. I know what my family needs. I do the best that I can, and what isn't done, it is what it is. It's only so much I could do, and I can't keep beating myself up about that. And I had to learn that, and I had to realize that it's okay to not be great and not be perfect, and just to survive. If it's nothing else I did on my to-do list, I survived
We
the day.
survived this day.
And that's all. And it is what it is.
We have a school chat for my daughter's school, and one of the moms says she's taking it week by week, and I'm gonna go a little further, and I'm gonna say that I'm taking it day by day.
It's day by day. Exactly.
Because
I do it in intervals. I'm like, okay, let me get through the morning shift. Let me get through this. Let me get through this.
And I hate the 3:00 traffic. I every time you turn around is a project, is a test, is an exam, and I'm wondering, like, is the diocese applying this pressure, and then they have to get these things done? Like, what the hell y'all really doing?
It's too much.
Oh, I have a question. So remember, the conversation that we been having a little while, in book club about, whether as a parent you are going to say, you're doing whatever the utmost, the best thing is for your child. You're going to do that and do it to the best of your ability and make it happen. They're going to go to this best school. They're going to be doing these things at the detriment of you, I should say, because that means you have to go out of your way to do this. You're doing this and whatnot. Or are you doing things that are going to be harmonious and helpful for you, your mental health, and for the whole family? Are you looking at it from that lens? Like,
I think I hear Anai saying that she wants to go to St. Augustine's. I went to St. Augustine's. I got kicked out. I of course, for fighting in my mouth. And I went to St. John's, and St. John's embraced me, and I did wonderfully at St. John's. Thank God for Arlene Nash Ferguson. My matriculation process was fantastic. My first day at St. John's, I ended up in the principal's office, and that's where I remained for a full year. And because of Mrs. Ferguson, I had to read the dictionary every day. I had to do different things. That is what St. John's did for me. Anai wants to go to St. Augustine. She's not going to go. Not because everybody else is going that you've been to Xavier's with is going to go. She was at the little schoolhouse. Then she went to Summit Academy. Then she went to Xavier's. I went to Xavier's. My mom, Donovan, Mommy wanted to see her graduate from Xavier's. So God willing, she will graduate from Xavier's. But she's not going to go follow everybody else because everybody else is going to St. Augustine's. I think that St. Augustine's will swallow Anai.
You have to know your child.
I think it's
some children it's like that. I had to make that decision with my older daughter because I know a traditional school ain't gonna work for her.
You have to be honest.
You have to be honest.
I have to be honest.
And she just it's too rough. The world too rough.
It's too rough.
Too rough for her.
And I mind you, my daughter's received immaculate grades, right? But I don't think that St. Augustine's is for her.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that St. John's is for her. Maybe a smaller school and maybe a different type of school. Right? And I'm not going to throw money after money either.
Right.
If I send you to school and I see you fooling around, I will yank you out and put you
with the
quickness.
R.M. Bailey. Not to say nothing wrong with R.M. Bailey.
Exactly.
Because that's a great government school. But
it is,
I ain't
but you ain't
spending
my hard-earned money. You
for you
understand
to
me?
fool around.
And I want travel.
Exactly.
I, as a woman getting married, I want to travel. I want to do things with this man who can tap me on my shoulder 2 a.m. I don't have time to do foolishness with my money. And you make sacrifices.
Because at the end of the day, she can leave you.
She can leave, just like how she leave me last week and gone for the
Exactly.
business. You make sacrifices for these children, and I know this may seem very gauche, right? But I buy clothes from you out of Walmart sometimes. I have the nice suits and all of that other good stuff, but sometimes I buy things out of Walmart, and I sacrifice for me so that she could have.
Right.
She bring home a list the other day. She got into cheerleading. Cheerleading is $150.
I can tell you. Kenny getting worse. I might well tell you.
It's getting worse.
The girls, the teenagers, they expensive.
Then she want a Stanley Cup for when they knew
and not the fake ones. Okay. The sharing could tease them. So it have to be name brand.
Exactly.
I tell you, the little girl, she begged me for this little Sanrio cup with her favorite character, Cinema Roll. Come to find out, It's not an actual Stanley Cup. So she come back home and I ain't gone back to school yet.
Then she want.
I can tell
she
you,
want
them fake Stanleys pile up in my cupboard because my daughter say absolutely not.
Then she
Y'all
want
to put me to shame.
La Janage or Laneige. What it name?
Laneige.
She want Laneige
Whatever
lip
name.
balm.
Yeah.
And she want this
Summer
and she
Fridays
want
and
that.
Sola de Janeiro and all
I don't have no Sola
expensive
de
things.
Janeiro.
Okay, that little small tuber body, but it's $45.
And she have the yellow one.
That's
Yeah,
my daughter.
that-
Same one.
But
number
but-
62.
Exactly. I
62.
make sacrifices.
And mind you, I love it. I can't even buy it for me.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
And when you see her, she laddieing up in it. I say, nah,
Smelling like coconut walking down.
I say, nah, just wash. Then here smell like Coconut City.
And vanilla, that's them.
But y'all,
Yes, it's a lot.
it's a lot. It's a lot. This text says, LOL, Mother's Day. We do get tired. I just go for a drive, then keep calling, asking, Mommy, you okay? And then I say yes and smile. Great answer. Trust in God and He will help you in the very end. I am proud of you, ladies. If older women in our country support and teach the younger women, we will have a better society. Please invite a grandmother on your show to educate other women. You know what I find amazing? These women that have been in the trenches and that have had husbands that have schemed, that have lied, that have adulterated, they don't tell you the real story.
No.
They just post, we've been married 25 years, wonderful bliss.
Just be
Miss
good
you
to your
lying.
good husband. That's all they teach you. Be good to your husband.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. They don't really tell you do we really have anyone to tell us the real scoop?
and on nothing, because I was just talking about this, so this is perimenopause awareness month. They wasn't talking about these kind of things either. They're not talking about how these things have an impact on motherhood and motherhood through the different stages for you, not just the children, get into different ages.
Because, honey, the perimenopause is real over here. Because I was saying on my live right before we cut in, and I ain't ashamed because I look good. I look very, very good. I said, like, you laying down sleeping, I have the air conditioner on 16 now, plus the fan on 3, and the cover on, and then you kick your foot out, and that foot hot, and then the next foot cold, and then up underneath your neck gets boiling hot.
Maybe try waking up in puddles of sweat. I'm sorry, but listen to me. I don't know what has been going on.
And I'm telling you.
So as a mother who is still raising relatively young children, not all of our children are still young.
Yes.
So I have children. I'm in a stage where I have children who still coming into bed in the night. You waking up with puddles of sweat, I waking up with puddles of pee around me for babies coming into bed, as well as me going through all of this at the same time.
So when do we get a break? Who have the ashwagandha, man?
Hello, we need something.
I need something. And you bring that one cup of wine up
Exactly.
here, you could kill.
I tell you the wine in the car.
Girl, we have run completely out of time. And I'm sure Chris has a date tonight. Chris, you have a date.
Hot
Chris?
date.
But it's what
Chris
day
smiling.
it is. It's Tuesday.
It's
People
Tuesday.
don't go on dates.
This is
on
a young man. You
Tuesday.
see how handsome Chris is?
Tuesday?
With his dreadlocks. Chris is a handsome
I
fella.
know people
Crazy
go out on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
They must be going to Johnny's for karaoke or something. I don't know, or wings, dollar wings or something.
She love up a Johnny's now.
Wow.
One time I've been in my life,
Well, I won't go again.
and I'd love to go again. So you don't mind.
Are you
Just
going
love
to
up a
Paradise Fest on
Johnny's.
Friday?
We can see how I could swing it. If I could find a child
Saturday,
care, that's
sorry.
another thing that we don't talk about. You with your one child.
We need to
Ain't
talk
nobody
about
coming to
child
watch
care.
for children. But that's
you
a
could have
different
one, but
story.
you can't have
You
four.
can't have
But do
four
you know that I
children.
told her everywhere with me? Like if I go to do funerals, if I go to do
But
weddings.
you can't hold a whole tribe.
No, because
That's
you all
not-
have tribes.
Exactly.
Jesus.
And
People
you can't find child
No,
care
people
in
will
Nassau,
opt to
Bahamas.
watch one child. Oh yeah, come bring them. When you go, where you going with them for children? For children?
What y'all was thinking?
It wasn't. It's just vibes.
Vibes.
People ask, "Oh, did you
But-
plan?
Plan?
The first one was never planned.
They
The children
plan to
wasn't
lay on my
planned.
back. That's what they plan to do. Okay, rated PG. I'll behave. But honestly,
No, sweetie, that's-
one day you need to talk about childcare for real. Not only that, because even
What about
when-
cleaning the house? Because I've seen some homes, everything everywhere. Like
You
what?
mean mine? It looked
No.
like crime scene, yellow tape.
but
And then I have the
Kenny,
heart to have white walls and everything.
Girl,
what
I
you
have a
have to
paintbrush.
understand too, Kenny, like for me, my parents, I used to, like with my daughter, I would drop my daughter on the porch and speed off. They ain't gonna see me no more. But three, you can't do that. Not
No.
only that, my parents now need caregivers. 'Cause
Right.
they going through
That's the next
changes
thing. We
in
ain't
their
talking
life,
about
so
being
they
in the
can't
sandwich
be watching
generation,
no
Kenny,
children.
which you know all about as well. You raising this child, you taking care of your mommy. All of these different
It's
things
too
are
much.
part of motherhood, and just the culture of care and the fact that the default for that is a woman.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, this is
So when you talk about the mental load, that encompasses
I miss
all
those
of that.
days I could have dropped that child and just speed off.
Gone are the
Peace.
days.
we
girl.
wanted to be mothers, but we didn't really know the whole story.
That's
you know,
the truth.
I could tell you
and
when-
now these girls out there that don't want to be mothers and that say they just want a career. You
Yeah.
cannot begrudge them.
I
Yeah,
gonna tell you when
yeah.
people, oh no, how could you, sweetie?
Good idea. Don't do it.
Don't do it, friend.
do it.
Don't do it, friend.
You make it.
Get
But
your
you see,
money.
Climb that
You see-
corporate ladder and,
Your paper.
and live,
You
live
can't-
with
not,
yourself.
not nowadays, women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's stay focused now, because you know they'll cut your neck right off. don't let's do that tonight. But ladies and gents, this has been another interesting opportunity for us to have a conversation in Kenny's Corner. It's another sexy Tuesday evening. Get your popcorn, get your wine that some people didn't bring upstairs.
Oh, God.
And put your leg across that man or that woman and have yourself a good night. Have yourself a sexy Tuesday evening. Thank you so much to my dedicated listeners and to my texters, and of course to my collaterals. That when you send me the most interesting questions. And if you want to sponsor Kenny's Corner, please keep us in mind. We're Guardian Radio 96.9. Chris and I are here. Fresh news, smart talk all day. And I am not your superwoman. Chris, take us out.
I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me. We don't talk the way we used to talk. It's hurting so deep. I've got my